Hey, good evening. In this video, I'm going to show you how I set up the conversion API for my client. The client reached out to me because he wanted to run Facebook ads. To do this, we needed to set up the Facebook pixel for their store. Specifically, they required the conversion API to bypass or extend cookies for iOS devices and improve ad performance for better results and ROIs. The client also wanted to understand their website visitors activities, such as how many visitors are coming, where they are coming from, and the total value of their action. And this is why we are also using Google Analytics 4. Let's see how I set up the conversion API and Google Analytics 4 on the server side. First, I take the Shopify website store. My client, the store is a Shopify website. You can see this is the Shopify website and here is the product page. If I check the WPLizer, you can see the CMS is Ecommerce is Shopify. First of all, I set up a data layer code to this store to get the product information dynamically, and I created a customer events pixel to this store and I added this is the data layer code. Then I paste it here and then I select the shape and select the connect. After set up the data layer and I check on the inspect to console section, and if I reload this page, and you can see here is the showing the product information like the product currency, the value, the product information it's showing. It's required for creating the variables to send to Facebook and Google Analytics. Next, what I did, and I create a step server to this client, and this is the paid server. There is some plans. We are currently using the Pro Plus monthly plan. It's this enough to this store. Then I create the container, the server container, and I have got the container config information, the container ID, container identifier. What I did, I take the domain access from the client, then I create a subdomain for bypass the ad blockers. Okay, and first party domain tracking. I create a subdomain and added this the DNS, the host value to the domain section. After wait the 24 hours later, I got this the ready. That's mean our subdomain is perfectly verified. Then I copy the domain and I added with this data layer. And then what I did, after set up the first party domain, then I go to the power ups and I create the custom loader to set up or the bypass the ad blockers and for iOS devices restriction. Then after I did the cookie keeper to extend the cookies life, then I set up the user ID. It's really important for the Facebook pixel, and then I configure the power ups. Okay, then I created some variables to this Google Tag Manager web container, and you can see here is some variables like this is the 34 variable. It's really important. We need to send these parameters or variables with Facebook pixel and the Google Analytics 4, and also bypass the cookies related issue by using these two parameters. And also I created the coupon currency, the customer parameters for this GA4. Like if I show you the e-commerce item, and this is the e-commerce item variables, and also here is the external ID variables. It's really important. It's required to send to Facebook pixel for better remarketing or better retargeting ads. I generate a external ID by using the custom JavaScript code. Okay, and also I created the user information parameter. It's need to send. Here is the user information parameter I added. Then I created the triggers. I created the required triggers, and this client main goal is he want to track the AddToCart, page view, and the purchase. These three events we require. Then I create the tags, some tags, and this is the Facebook pixel tags. This is the browser tags. If I show you what I added with this tag, and if I go down, you can see I added the property name is the content type, the content IDs, currency, value. It's required parameters. I send it with the Facebook pixel. Okay, and I added, and you can see this is the for server content server tags, and also this is I send with from web to server container using this GA4 tags. And here is I added the required parameters. I send these parameters from web to server container. This is the server container. I receive data from using GA4 from web to server. server. Okay, and also what I did for to this server container, let me show you. Create the required parameters, because Facebook it's need the content IDs. Content IDs is the Facebook required parameters. Every platform have different parameters, like the GA4 has the items parameters. And I created the content IDs parameters, and this template is our custom build template, and this is I created the content quality, content the parameters, the required parameters variables I created using the meta parameter generator server template. Also I created the more other the parameters using the event data. Let me show you. I created also the parameters. I received the items from the event data. Okay, and here is the user information I created. And if I show you the tags, okay, let's see the tags. And I created this manually, and I send it the user information to or the variables with this Facebook pixel. If I show you the AddToCart event, let's see what I send. I send the event ID, event time, and the external ID, client IP address, user agent, click ID, browser ID, and the content type, content name. If I show you the customer data, content category, contents, everything what need or the required the Facebook, I send it the all required parameters to Facebook. And also here is the purchase tags. I do set up everything manually, because the everything manually set up is to provide the for more data accuracy. That's why I configure everything manually on browser, on web container and server container. And also I added the required parameters with the purchase tags, and that is our setup. If I select the preview, and this is the server preview, and if I reload this page or the reload this product page, and if I select the AddToCart, and just need to wait for the some second to receiving the data from web, and you can see the server is receive data using the server URL. And here is the AddToCart, and you can see here is the Google Analytics 4 tag is fired FB conversion API. If I go to the variables, you can see here is the variables is the perfectly working, the receiving data from the web. Okay, if I select the event data, here is data I send from web to server, and server is properly perfectly receiving the data. And if I show you the tags, select the AddToCart or select the outgoing request, and here is showing the event time, the event name, AddToCart. Okay, and if I show in, you can see here is the item price, means the product price is the 4300, and you can see the product price the 4300.49, right? That's mean is perfectly receiving the quantity one, the content type, and the content event source, everything. Let me show you on the events manager. You can see also it's deduplicated perfectly. It's required from the browser, and if I select, you can see here is showing the value, the currency, the content IDs type. It's totally working with dynamically. And if I select the AddToCart, and you can see also here is receiving the data from server, and this is the server, right? And also if I show you, you can see there is no data any missing. That's mean the perfectly working and the perfectly receiving from server and browser side. And the overview section, here is the page view AddToCart purchase, and if I select the purchase, and if I go to the overview, and if I show you the 20 January report, you can see the total browser events received 2 and the server events received 2, and event match quality is great. And if I show you the event quality, and the event match quality is 7.4, it will be increased, just we need to wait. And it is the email, IP, user agent, phone number, browser ID, the client external ID, postcode. That's mean the properly everything is receiving the data from the website. And that is the GA4 the container. You can see the value is, see the yesterday value is 278. That's mean the purchase event is perfectly working and receiving the data. That is how I set up the conversion API and the Google Analytics GA4. And if you need something like this for your website, and please fill out the form I added in the video description box. Thank you for watching, and thanks for your time. Have a great day.